The Fake Doctor, a True Story. My husband, Dr. Ethan Cole, was the golden boy of our American suburb. Handsome, charismatic, and a brilliant orthopedic surgeon. He was the founder of Cole Orthopedics, and his waiting room was always full. We had a life built on his apparent talent and hard work. I was simply his supportive wife, Sarah, the one who helped him realize his vision. Then the poison started. It began with a single, vicious post on a local review site. "This man is a fake." Had terrible side effects. He's just image obsessed. The trickle of bad reviews became a flood. Appointments dried up. The clinic became silent. I urged him to fight back, but he refused. "It'll just make the story bigger, Sarah. Let it fade." I couldn't stand by. I knew how hard we worked. We emptied our savings, and my parents even took out a significant loan to help us open the practice. My memory of him as a dedicated doctor during his residency, the man who lived to see patients walk out pain-free, fueled my search for the truth. Who was trying to destroy him? I started by watching my own clinic. The first person who seemed off was Nurse Lisa, one of his most trusted employees. The clinic was quiet, but she was turning away the few walk-in appointments we had. I had a relative call up, pretending to be a new patient. Lisa told them we were booked solid for months, then quickly recommended the doctor across the street, saying he was much better. It was sabotage. I confronted her privately with the evidence. She broke down instantly, admitting she'd been paid double her salary by a competitor, the sports injury clinic, to divert patients and write that initial crippling online review. She needed the money for her mother's emergency surgery. I felt sick, but there was a knot of relief. It was about greed, not malice towards Ethan. But then she left me with a final, chilling warning. "I'm so sorry, Sarah, but he wasn't always honest about the care." She packed her bags and walked out. The first lie was exposed, but a bigger truth was still hidden. I dug deeper into Ethan's life, searching for the odd behavior Lisa mentioned. I found suspicious hotel charges and texts. It led me to a quiet cafe and a woman named Serena Hayes. I walked up to her table and introduced myself. "I'm Sarah Cole, Ethan's wife." Her face went from confused to furious. "You have to be kidding me. That cheating bastard told me he was single." Serena told me a staggering story. They had met a year and a half ago on a professional dating app. He played the role of the overworked bachelor. He proposed to her, convincing her recently widowed mother to lend him $250,000 from her late husband's life insurance payout. He claimed it was for his dream clinic in the city, but once he had the money, he vanished. She found him only because his infamously reviewed clinic popped up online. She was meeting him to pressure him for interest payments on the debt. He wasn't just a cheat, he was a financial predator. The image of Ethan as a hardworking doctor was shattered, but the biggest lie remained. I started watching him closer. I noticed one afternoon when a delivery man slipped and twisted his ankle outside the clinic. Ethan saw the whole thing, paused, and then just kept walking inside, leaving the injured man lying there. That wasn't just a jerk. That was someone with no humanity. The detail that finally broke me was pathetic. I was reviewing the clinic's documents and happened to compare his medical license, the one hanging so proudly on the wall, to a friend's. The license number was out of sequence. It was forged. I ran a background check. The results came back. Dr. Ethan Cole was not a licensed doctor. He had never graduated from medical school. His real job, years ago, was a hospital administrator, an office worker who managed the books. The lab coat he wore, the success he celebrated, it was all a lie built on my trust and my family's money. He was an office worker who used the system he knew to play doctor. His real business was massive fraud. He colluded with patients, grossly overdiagnosing minor issues and encouraging them to claim for 8 weeks of unnecessary inpatient care to inflate his health insurance claims. I realized this explained Nerf Lisa's cryptic warning. He wasn't just stealing money, he was harming people. I found evidence of him performing invasive procedures, like joint injections, on elderly patients who didn't need them. The procedures failed, and the patients complained of pain. Lisa couldn't stand by when a con man was illegally practicing medicine. The entire clinic was a crime syndicate masquerading as a medical practice. The night I learned the full, ugly truth, I waited for him to come home. I was holding the stack of evidence, the fake license, the financial records, the fraud reports. "It's over, Ethan," I said, my voice cold. "I know everything. The fake license, the $250,000 you stole from Serena's mother, the insurance fraud, the illegal surgeries, all of it." He looked at the papers, and for a second, the panic was real. But then the mask snapped back on. He laughed, loud and hollow. "What is this, Sarah? Are you having a breakdown? I am Dr. Ethan Cole, orthopedic surgeon. You're talking nonsense." He was a pathological liar who couldn't even admit the truth when his whole world was collapsing. I moved immediately. I worked with an attorney to sell the house, which my family had invested in, and repaid their loan. Then I drove to the state capitol and handed over every piece of evidence to the state medical board and the FBI. The raid on Cole Orthopedics happened less than a week later. The beautiful office, the expensive equipment, all seized. Ethan was arrested on charges of fraud, identity theft, and medical law violations. The idle doctor was unmasked, exposed as a grifting office worker who used lies and charm to steal a fortune. He was convicted and is now serving his sentence. I divorced him immediately. I lost a marriage, but I got my life back. He was alive from start to finish. All I can do now is pick up the paces and wonder if the man who said he loved me, who dreamed of saving patients, was ever real, or just another one of the fake doctor's elaborate cons. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this incredible story in the comments below.